Hi all, welcome to session 8 of our Milestone project, and in this session we are going to accomplish our third task. So as per our problem statement, third task says that you have to wait for a lookup file, and once that file is present in the specified location, you can proceed. Okay, so for this we can have a very simple setup in our Milestone 1 project pipeline that will involve an until loop. This until loop will keep on checking for the lookup file using a get metadata activity. So inside the until, let me just rename the until first. So I'm going to say check for lookup file. And if you go in the settings, you have a timeout property. Currently it is set for 12 hours. For sake of our understanding, I'm just setting it for 2 minutes. So loop will only execute for 2 minutes, and if it is not finding anything after 2 minutes, it is going to fail. Okay, we will come to this expression part later, but inside the until, I'm going to first create a get metadata activity. So here it's going to be the get metadata activity, and in the get metadata I'm going to check file exists or not. Okay, this is going to be the name for the get metadata activity. Here I am going to set up a location where I'm going to check whether the file is present or not, and for that I'm going to use my ADLS CSV dataset. So I'm going to check in the source configuration slash lookup file, and I'm going to check inside the lookup file. Let me just go and check the path one more time. So I'm going into source, I'm going into configuration, lookup file, and in the lookup file I don't have anything. So it should fail. But the name of the file will be lookup.csv. So I'm going to check for lookup.csv. So my data set is configured. I just have to add the exist property in the get metadata. So this is going to be the exists, and after the exists, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come into my until, and here I'm going to check whether file exists or not. So file exists or not, I'm going to check the exist property. So this is the property. It is going to run for 2 minutes, and in that particular time, if it is able to see the file, then we will get the file, otherwise it will fail. So we are good with this. Let me just validate and publish. I have already added my orders file into our SFTP location for yesterday, that is for 30th of April, and now I'm just going to run the pipeline with all the details. Fine. So let me go to master pipeline and trigger now. 22. My username is project admin slash home project admin. ADLS container will be our sink, and I'm going to put my file in variable output. Okay, now let me click on OK. Your pipeline has started executing. So let's just go there and let's go and check what is happening in our milestone 1 pipeline. Order file is empty. Okay, because we do not have anything in our orders file, that is why it failed. So let me put this file. I think I have to re-log in. Let me just abort. and I have to reconnect. Fine. Let me delete it first, and I'm now going to add this and change it to 30th of April. Done. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to rerun the pipeline again. So instead of passing the parameter and running it, I will just go to all pipeline runs, and I'm going to say that we should start this pipeline again. So I'm calling master pipeline, entire data pipeline. I'm going to execute one more time. So this is not going to ask for parameter again. Instead, it is going to take the parameters from the last execution. Now it is executing. Let me go inside the master pipeline. Here I am going into my ingestion pipeline. In the ingestion pipeline, as you can see, everything is working. We will also be able to copy our data, copy orders file, and if you see, it is waiting. So check for lookup file is waiting. Okay, and it is getting successfully executed. So file exists or not, it's getting successfully executed every time. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go into this particular location, lookup file, and put a lookup. So this lookup file is basically having one line. It's like this is a dummy file. It has no data, but it's just for sake of our testing. So as you can see, as soon as you pass the lookup, your pipeline gets successful. So that means it is going to constantly check for your lookup file for 2 minutes, and if in those 2 minutes file arrives, then it is going to get successful, otherwise it will fail. Okay, so in today's session we used one more activity in our pipeline, which was until. Okay, so with this we have total seven activities in our pipeline, and we are done with our third step as well. Okay, so that was all for session 8, and in the next session we are going to go for task 4. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. Please like, share and subscribe, and please provide your feedback in the comment section so that I can improve my content. Thank you so much.